Good evening, everyone. I am sorry that I'm unable to participate in person in this panel on Palestine and free speech. Therefore, in this virtual format, I want to welcome all of you to this extraordinary event. Despite efforts to cancel it, this panel is still happening. Roger Waters is here. Hello, Roger, and thank you for always standing up for Palestine. Linda Sarsour is participating. Hi, Linda. We stood together in Birmingham, and a few days ago, we were both in Washington participating in an action in defense of Ilhan Omar. Thank you for your invaluable work. And thank you, Sue, and all of the organizers for allowing the people in this audience this evening to share a historic moment. It is not coincidental that this event has become the subject of a lawsuit, that Ilhan Omar has received a spate of death threats, that Marc Lamont Hill was fired by CNN, that I myself had a Human Rights Award rescinded, that Michelle Alexander has come under attack for her New York Times column on Palestine. We are experiencing a new historical conjuncture in social justice organizing. The demand for human rights and justice for Palestine no longer remains on the margins of our struggles here in the United States. This demand is moving to the very center of progressive political agendas. One cannot, for example, say that Black Lives Matter without challenging the occupation of Palestine and the policies and practices of the State of Israel. The political consensus that calls for support of Israel at all costs is breaking up. Black people, Latinx people, Asian Americans, progressive Jewish people are joining their Palestinian and Muslim sisters and brothers in demanding justice for Palestine. Boycott, divestment, sanctions. This strategy, this non-violent strategy, which was used during the U.S. Civil Rights Movement, during the anti-apartheid movement, is gaining more and more support every day. And this is why repressive efforts have correspondingly increased. We contest the conflation of legitimate, impassioned critique of Israel with anti-Semitism, and the fabrication of a notion that when the left calls for justice for Palestine, when the left supports BDS, then it has become the anti-Semitic left. This indicates a failure to take anti-Semitism seriously, and it reveals the manipulation of charges of anti-Semitism in a way that recalls the McCarthy era and its manipulation of charges of being communist or communist sympathizers or friends of communist sympathizers. If we want to effectively challenge anti-Semitism, we will recognize the deep interconnections and intersections of anti-Semitism and Islamophobia. I know all this and much, much more will be discussed this evening. So welcome to an evening of free speech, edifying speech, critical speech, impassioned speech.